There in the heart of the sunrise, a rooster crowing cup of joe with Poe. It's not just coffee, it's a ritual. A moment to savor. A gentle nudge to seize the day. With every sip, feel the warmth of the sun and the promise of a fresh start. Because a great day begins with a great cup. Wake up with Poe, and let the sunrise work its magic.
Good morning, greetings and salutations. We're going to get right into this. We're talking about books. Okay, now, books have been banned over time and then brought back out, and banned and brought back out. I'm noticing a correlation here between whatever ruling class or whatever party is controlling things has somewhat of a sway over these businesses and companies to make them either banned or unbanned books. Now, currently, the Republican Party is really on freedom of speech, like true freedom of speech. Whereas progressives and Democrats are trying to restrict speech these days. Now, I've noticed something over the years. The Democrat and the Republican Party on a whole has been the mommy-daddy scenario. Well, mommy has definitely lost a few marbles. I mean, she's getting so elderly, she needs medication because the coddling and the pacifying and protecting is become too much for the Democrat Party. They've overstepped their boundaries. If you keep putting helmets on children and elbow pads and everybody wins, you're building a class of weak-skinned people, literally. Not to mention disease and things of this nature, you should be able to build a natural immunity to, instead of man stepping in saying, we have all the cures and all the medicines right here. We have modern medicine. They're not even testing this shit properly anymore. There's no timeline. This is too much. Okay, so I want to play this clip right here. I really like this. There's a pride, and I'm only going to play a second of it, just the ending, just to show you the people. So this is in some other country. I couldn't tell you where. I'm going to assume the UK or something, but they must have a strong community of real men, a strong community of some sort of ethnic group here that is bound together, glue and morals and all that stuff. These men are amazing. We need more men like this. Now, mind you, they are doing some sort of war chant thing for their culture, and they also have these shirts on that say like real men and stuff like that. This needs to come back, things like this. Listen, you keep making weak people and you have a weak society, and a weak society is easy to dominate, easy to inflict your will upon, and all these things. If there's some greater powers to be out there, then that's what they would want. George Soros does not want you to have a backbone and stand up for yourself and say, yes, this is this and that is that, and hold firm to your beliefs and your core values. They want to break those things. They've slowly started doing it since the 50s. Once they started taking men out of the households, once they started the restricting how you can even discipline your children, if a child is so unruly and out of control, you whoop that ass. And then they listen, period. I mean, try all you want, and you're going to have a society like we have right now. A bunch of helmet-wearing pussies and a whole bunch of fucking criminals that they were never disciplined. There's like no in-between now. There's no even keel here. So they're trying to bring that back. This is a pride festival, fair, whatever it is. Listen, I guess in certain communities and areas, that's why they vote on a government level. I would expect to see this in California. Honestly, the rest of the nation, pretty much the whole world knows California is socially perverse, socially accepting of things that are bad for your mind, body, and soul. It is not good for your mind if you do not accept what you are. As soon as you could accept what you truly are, if you have a penis, you're a man. If you have a vagina, you're a woman. If you like women and you're a woman, so be it. There's a shit ton of gay women. That don't mean that you have to go flaunt your sexuality in front of everyone else and try to force it on impressionable people. That's what's truly going on here. When you have a pride festival and they're keying this around sex orientation, truly, because think about this. If they're saying that the whole point is that A man and a man can be together, and one man can think he's a woman while the other man can think he's both a woman and a man or something, right? Just straight craziness. That's ludicrous to even to slightly think that that's acceptable in some way, and it's not, guys. It's not. In any way, shape, or form, or fashion. You cannot reproduce that way. You cannot run a society properly if everybody are fruitcakes. If everybody's out of their goddamn minds and believing crazy shit, how do you expect to get anything done within reality? They're all living in fiction world. Clip real quick. These men, I want you to watch the crowd. The crowd is delusional. It must have a whole bunch of progressives and Democrats in it. They're there celebrating a pride festival. Okay, what is pride? Pride is saying that you're proud of the person you're having sex with, the opposite sex. I could see so many different angles and ways they could do this without having all these issues. You do not have to push a sexual preference and ideology when it comes to gender on any kind of children, any kind of impressionable people. That's an adult choice, period. Children aren't supposed to be having sex to begin with, so why are you even bringing something up that is sexually orientated? A man and a man loving each other means that they love what they do behind closed doors so much that they want to stay together no matter the consequences. They enjoy that feeling when they bust a nut. Period. That's truly what it is a perverse side of things. Or they're so mentally scarred somehow through childhood, whatever it may be, that they've taken that choice. I have gay friends. I don't care. Once again, I do not care who you have sex with. I truly don't. But don't go out and flaunt it and try to force it on everyone else that is not cool with it. We're not cool with pride. We're not cool with LGBTQ. We're not. It's a cult. Gay is gay. There's gay and straight. That's it. There ain't even bi. Once you sleep with the opposite sex, you're gay. Period. There is no other. If a man is in full woman gab, he's just gay. Okay, now, let me back up for a second. I got to clarify something, because it's getting really confusing these days. If a man is dressed up like a woman, but he's still having sex with women, then he just has some sort of mental issue, some sort of problem. There's no man in the world that should want to wake up and get dressed as a woman. How demasculated have we become to where we're emboldening this now? We're saying, hey, yeah, it's perfectly fine, dudes, to go ahead and put on a goddamn pair of panties and parade around like a lady. It's not cool, and it's never been cool. It's never been socially acceptable, and it never will be socially acceptable. It won't. That's the reality of it. Hell, kids when they're small are scared of drag queens and shit. Why? Because they know immediately, like, this big fucking monster looking lady has all this goddamn makeup on. I don't know if it's a clown, a monster. I know it's not what it's supposed to be. Kids aren't stupid, guys. Kids see this shit and they're like, man, what the fuck is that? Duh, it's a dude dressed up as a chick. So somebody has to tell their children this. We have to tell them. My kids know already. They know already. Because I wasn't afraid to tell my children immediately that, man, that's fucked up. Or why is that guy? Because he's just messed up in the head. I mean, that's the reality of it. We don't even have mental institutions anymore to properly treat these people. So now they're all out in public and they're pushing these crazy ideologies on others. They've grouped up because anytime you leave enough people to their devices on their own like that, they will group up and get together. And together they will band up and they will all see the same thing, whether we see it or not. There could be 1 million of us telling 1,000 of them, you're fucked up, but there's 1,000 of them. I know 1 million's way more, but still, it's like, you can't sway people to think or believe anything because they're going to inherently have that in their inner core beliefs that they pick up through childhood and adolescence. That's what it becomes. If you're scared of things when you're younger, when you get older, that fear is still there because it's embedded in you. It's already there. Something may happen where you're a small child and a stranger's dog bit you and it scarred you for a while. Now you're scared of dogs. But once again, we can overcome anything mentally. But we are so incapacitated as a society and so fractured and pulled apart by all them little boxes they kept putting us in. They knew what they were doing. They knew what they were doing when they were putting us all in these boxes. They tried their best with race. They've lost that one almost. There's still people that cling to race around here. And my people, this is my people. Motherfucker, your people are the human race. Get over it. That's the root cause of everything these days, it seems like to me, is personal identity to a culture, not to a race, not to a culture. Okay, once you have aligned yourself with a culture, you basically have given your allegiance to that culture, saying that I stand for this, and this is what we believe in, and this is why. But then their whys and all that stuff, you can dig back and just tear it all apart. They're not even doing the research anymore to find out why they believe the things they believe. They're not even doing the research. Do some research. Did you know that the government is castrating animals right now and turning them trans so that they can test date rape drugs and stuff on it? They're not. Yeah, I don't know how you are. You're not even real. We got Adam Calhoun 33 in the messages here. We already know you're not real, Adam Calhoun 33. Go get a hold of 32 and 34 and bring them into conversation too while you're at it. My God, this thing, is he multiplying out here somehow to the point where there's many Adam Calhouns popping up in my goddamn feeds now? That I got more important things to do than to worry about a has-been, washed-up hack like you. That's for goddamn sure. You couldn't even beat Ryan Upchurch in a goddamn rap battle. That's sad. Really sad. And then, you know, exploitation. That's something else I need to get onto here real quick, guys. There's a group of people that are trying to benefit and profit off of other people's suffering and misery. One of them being Adam Calhoun here. He loves to keep the pot stirred and do all this race baiting that he does in all his fucking music, just like his little butt buddy, Tom Crap Donald. Let's get into this clip real quick. So check this shit out. These dudes are not playing with their community. Absolutely crazy. You see those people yelling at the real men standing out there saying, look, we have young men that we need to continue to be men. We don't want your LGBTQ sex parade going through here, because that's truly what it is, guys. It's they're telling you their sexual preference. That's it. They're saying there's nothing different about me except for, oh, wait. Oh, my God, I can't believe I even said that statement. They're saying that there's a lot wrong with them, but there's nothing wrong with them. They're saying they were born the wrong sex or something. Like, anybody that would even entertain that idea, to entertain the idea that nature made such a mistake, they put a penis on the body that a vagina was supposed to go on. I mean, do you really think that that's plausible? Like, that could really be real? Of course it's not. You're born what you are, and you learn these things. They're taught. They're literally taught. Now, things that aren't learned and that are like physically real are people that have Down syndrome, for instance, or, I mean, that's real. It's evident. You can see it. There's no denying it. That, you know, somehow your DNA, genealogy, whatever it may be, mixed in to make a person that has Down syndrome, something happen maybe in the womb. Whatever it is, you can physically see it. There's no person that is gay or any of these things that can really say my brain is different than yours, and that's why I have a penis, but I really think I should have a vagina. That's a mental issue. That is somebody that needs mental treatment. Literally, there is no other way around it. How can there be? There isn't. This shit is not rocket science. But it's taken a rocket scientist to bring all this shit to light on how they're wasting all of our money, taxpayers' money. Too much, man, too much. We're fed up with it. America, society, all of us are we've reached a breaking point here to where we're done and we can voice ourselves again. We have real freedom of speech again. There's no such thing as hate speech, guys. There's not. I can say I fucking hate you. I hate your goddamn guts and I wish you were dead. I can say that if I want. I can say I love you. I love everything about you and I think you're the greatest person on earth and I hope you multiply and make many more of yourself. Those are both two statements that are nothing but words. They hold no weight, no validity unless you allow them in your mind and let them affect you to the point where you have some issue with those words. Books being banned. Horrible. I don't care what the book is. I don't care if the book is the transgender one that they banned. I don't believe that should be in schools. And obviously when it comes to freedom of speech in schools and stuff like that, there are rules and laws and ethics that we follow. And some of them are that we don't bring sexuality into a school and try to push it on children. If we want to teach sex ed, that's fine. That should be done. At a junior high going into high school area right there. Yeah, definitely teach sex ed. And, to fall in love with someone and then decide to have a child. Teach them all that stuff, the reproductive systems and all that. But don't stray off on no fucking weird shit and start teaching false science to kids and shit. Don't do that. Once they do, they get us all pissed off. Don't let kids go to school dressed up as the opposite sex. If they want to do that when they come home, then they can do that. Furthermore, don't let kids have the goddamn cell phones in school. Can't believe that. That's not what it's there. Reading, writing, and arithmetic. History, all that stuff. And proper history, too. Teach it all. Don't just find one little segment and make everybody feel bad like there's some fucking, like some child did something wrong from some past sins. Those kind of people should be ashamed of themselves for pushing that kind of ideology, even in any culture for that matter. You're supposed to love your country. You're supposed to love the people in your country and accept them as your countrymen. Okay? And then build that society to be strong. Build that society to take care of its children, take care of its own elderly, all of that stuff. Somehow we backslid to where we're at now. And I think a lot of that is due to books. People don't actually pick them up anymore. They don't read a tangible hardback book, a real book. Not your fucking phone reading a goddamn something off your phone. Fuck these phones, man. Fuck these phones. I only use this phone because I have to, not because I want to. I hate this phone now. I do. I'm one of these reset people that wish that the sun would blink all this shit out so we could just go through it all over again. And then motherfuckers will really see. We'd weed them all out. All the little fucking sissy boys ain't gonna make it when the power goes out. Believe that. Believe it and know it. And why? Because they ain't reading. Because they ain't picking books up. And if they are, what books are they picking up? What are they reading? Don't read goddamn... Sure, when you're a kid, you're reading Dr. Seuss. But when you get older, read some Toll Eckhart. Read some Vincent Peale. Read some... read up on Einstein. Read up on some science and some real... tangible shit, okay? Read to build your mind so that you can help those around you build theirs. Each one, reach one, teach one. Once again, I'm never going to give up on you guys. We're going to make it through this. We're going to make it. And why? We don't have a choice. We don't have a choice. Let's go. Great, great, great world out here. And a lot of possibilities. Bright future. We got to just keep this course. Go get you some books. Amazon just unleashed all those banned books. Go buy you some books. Sit down and read. Have family time. Tell your son that he's going to grow up to be a big, strong man. Do push-ups with him. Do pull-ups with him. Teach him how to fish and hunt. Go bug hunting when you're a kid. All that cool stuff. Exploring. You want to learn how to ride a bike? Fine. Training wheels are fine, but we ain't put no helmet and elbow pads on there. You fall down and scrape your elbow. You put a little bit of hydrogen peroxide on there, maybe a little bandage, and get right back on that bike and keep going. You can only pad your children so much before they become too padded. then they're relying on everybody else and everything else. And don't be giving your kids no goddamn medications. Unless it's some sort of blood pressure, some sort of real shit, not no mental shit. Get that out of them. Make them straighten up. Let your kids run around acting all fucking bad and cussing and shit and all that. Adults can cuss. I can say fuck all I want because I'm an adult. Don't let no kids be cussing in public and shit like that. Make your kids wear their clothes properly. You have to make people do things. Children are small people that you have control over. So you tell the child what to do. Period. And with that note, I'm going to get off here. Love you guys. Have a great day.